Good morning, everyone. Time to wake up. 73 degrees out there. I'm talking to a real meteorologist, and he said, you know what? Don't even worry about the weather. It's hot. It's July. Nothing to talk about. JC?
Who are you talking to?
Brad Huffines.
Oh. Didn't he used to be on TV?
He's on TV today.
Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on a glorious Friday morning here in Athens, Alabama. This is Athens in the AM. Join us on this Friday morning. Brad Huffines and Tom McAlister in here this morning. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Brad, it is hot.
It is hot. Yes, July.
Yeah.
I love all these news stories about the heat. You'll talk about that, but it's fabulous. It's like it's July.
Yeah. Well,
It'll be hot.
Somehow they managed to stretch it out for 4 or 5 minutes and update it every hour and every 5. What is it?
Every 10
We don't do the weather a couple times a day because, you know, it can change. But we'll talk to our favorite former weatherman in just a second here, too. Turn him loose today. He's always got something good to say. He's no longer at the place I made famous back in the 70s and 80s. So we'll get on that subject in just a moment, too. Mac McAlister not with us this morning. He's drug in at 15 years old at 3:30 this morning, right, Tom?
Right.
Out Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. I guess they had a good opening on that. I just saw some of it on one of the other TV big boy stations. Anyway, thank y'all for getting up with us today. Frank's on the phone, 230-4988. Frank brought us some vegetables in here, yet tomato minus tomatoes, Frank. Thank you very much. If you've got some vegetables you'd like to drop off here, just leave them at the front door. We prefer real ripe tomatoes, you know, if y'all could get some in here. Also, Matthew, since he was here yesterday and he's gone out of town today, Tom's running a second early morning shift delivering from Chick-fil-A. So thank you, Tom, for making that happen this morning. You can also text Gloria at 603-4848 this morning. Gets her each and every time. If something's going on this weekend we need to know about, please let us know. We'll get that on this morning. Hope you're already enjoying retro television. So right now, let's get to the weather. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, too, because yet again, another hot one.
That's right. You know, I keep saying it's going to rain. I really haven't seen any rain yet, so I'm keeping the shades on my top of my head. But we have 60% chance of those pop-up showers today, and hopefully you'll get to see one. Tomorrow that drops to 40%, so not too bad. High temperatures for the next couple days, around 85. Can you believe it? A little cool front. That feels good for sure. And low temperatures around 70. Extended forecast looking like only 30% chance of those showers on Sunday. And next week, hot, 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 hot. No rain. Plenty of sunshine. 230-4988 gets us this morning.
You have no socks on.
No.
You fit right in.
No.
Are
you kidding me? I don't. I mean, my dress code has changed.
No, yeah.
Don't you love it?
I love it. Of course I love it.
Well, you know, some weathermen just kind of go all out dressing.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, absolutely not, in fact. No.
Hey,
no color jackets.
Gloria was just going over Facebook this morning, and you said you was going to be here. And our friend David Driscoll from Huntsville said that, oh, yeah, Jamie used to be a legend when he's at 31. Hey, David, I still am. Okay?
Ask him.
And then you refer to me as a jerk.
Well, yeah. Well, compared to Jamie, I mean, Gloria, I mean, yeah, I mean, of course.
I guess so.
You're a jerk who married well. So.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, he doesn't like your shoes as well as he does mine.
Yeah, well, she has. All right, one day next week, hopefully I'm going to be able to do this. I've got an article, all right, at our house, and Tom sold us our house. We've got a closet about
You're welcome.
The size of the
half as big as this room.
So the closet's so big it's not safe for a tornado shelter.
I got one of those. But when all my clothes are, I only have one little rack, and it's like this, you know.
Dripping.
So and I've got an article about what to do with your clothes, but Gloria's got a whole row, about 5 rows of shoes. Nothing but shoes.
This is my surprise look.
5,
Yeah.
huh?
Huh?
5
5.
rows?
Well, how many is it? Is it 20? I don't know.
Probably.
Just in one closet, yeah.
200 or 300 pair of shoes in there. Before we get talking about other things this morning, Tom, last night, Huntsville took another 1,100 acres in Limestone County. Huntsville westward match just gained some serious steam. Yesterday, City Council annexed nearly 1,100 acres in southeast Limestone County, owned by one of the area's oldest families, the Hortons. The property is on both sides of Greenbrier Road near Old Highway 20 intersection, just south of the 1,500-acre Sewell tract that was a finest for the Volkswagen's manufacturing plant that went to Chattanooga. So,
Another 11.
says Rocket City now covers just under 210 square miles. That's more than Atlanta, Philadelphia, or Boston.
Seriously.
Goodness.
What's that? It'd be a good place. Somebody on a TV station.
Especially like doing real, actual local TV.
Yeah.
I mean, like true local TV. There's no consultants in here. There's no people telling you what to say.
Now, that's for sure.
Not color coordinated.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, if you folks are watching us currently on Knology, y'all know that they're planning on moving us to 104, which means you'll have to have a box to pick us up. Even though we, you know, I'm going whatever Knology says I have to do, so that's fine. But if you're watching us and you don't want us to move, you need to call this number right here instead of us. Call 533-5353 and just voice your opinion on, you know, that you would like us to stay where we are, to where you can get us on your basic cable package. So that's it for that. All right? Just want to get that in while I was on the move. Huh?
Tired
of taking phone calls and talking about things. All right. Let's talk about a good subject. Casey Anthony gets out of jail Sunday.
That's good.
It's what says out of the paper.
Yeah.
Experts say she has reason to be afraid for her life. Of course, as we all know, she was acquitted of killing her 2-year-old daughter. Says here, is she going to make a tour, talk show, book signing, public appearances? Says it will be an incredible risk if she does. Her plans are not yet known. She's been in jail for 3 years, and they're saying here in USA Today she probably does not realize how notorious she is.
She'll find out.
Their hiring private security would be very expensive, cost her $200 or $300 an hour. What they are suggesting to her is to change your identity, your look, and everything, and go somewhere else. Where can this woman go that people ain't going to know her as a baby killer?
That was a prime example of a DA trying to charge her with the wrong thing. If you know you can't prove that, prove something that you can. Get to, because the evidence just wasn't there for it. That's what's frustrating to me. Is someone like that, you go for the big headline-making thing, and you lose. Because
she got away with murder, basically, is what most people in America say.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was murder, but she got away with knowing her child was dead. And I wouldn't think that it... Oh, my gosh, you kidding me? 30 days? I mean, there's ought to be a law against that.
There will be.
Well, there will be. They're working on that as we speak.
They should have went after manslaughter.
Yeah, right. It's after something else other than... That's what's frustrating to me is justice was miscarried because they didn't do the right thing.
Well, she gets out after 3. I was trying to fix her up with Corey. I mean, in your age group, huh? She entered a hot body contest. Been 3 years without a man.
Jamie.
Corey?
I bet she's a killer. I mean, come on. Huh? Yeah, she got to go somewhere. You know?
And she can use duct tape.
Yeah.
A real Southern woman, you know. I'm going to get calls on that one. I'm telling you what.
But, you know, she's free. You know, I don't know. Maybe somebody will run over crossing the street or something, put her out of her misery, you know.
Maybe she's happy she's getting out. I'm sure she is.
Well, I guess she is, but other people ain't. You know?
I'm not going to lose
See,
sleep
people feel sorry for me just because of some of the women I've been married to.
Yeah, okay.
In the past.
People feel sorry for a woman I used to be married to because she's married to me.
All right, Brad, I got something here I want to talk to you about. This was in USA Today earlier this week. USA Today snapshot. Hot topics. Adults who say they often spoke the previous week about this. Number 1, the weather.
Of course.
The next was TV shows, politics, and sport. But the weather was like 2 to 1. The number 1 topic people talk about.
Well, the good news is it's going to be the headlines tonight. Because you're going to have, you know, tips on how to stay cool. Join us tonight at 10. And you know what the tips are going to be? Let me tell you. Find an air-conditioned building. Back to you. I've been doing this for 30 years, or I did it for 27 years on television. It was the same stories every year for 27 years. That's
the complaint we had with Bob Labby up here yesterday. Bob used to be the sports director at 31. Harold Bugg does a show with us. He used to be sports director at 19. They would always get their time cut. They're allotted, what, 3.5, 5 minutes per show?
Right.
Weather preceded everything. And in this time of the year, as you said, it's the same thing.
Right. Right. I actually had numerous discussions with news management, and they would tell me I was the only person that ever said that.
How'd that go?
I would walk in and say, "Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that."
How'd it go, Frank?
I do have the utmost respect for the guy that came in and follows me at 31, Spencer Denton, a really nice guy, and I want to see that weather brand continue to build like we built it. I really do, seriously.
Good luck.
Yeah, well, you know, even though management and I seem to see black versus white, and vice versa, well, you know, I want it to succeed, I really do. But whenever you look at weather, there are times I'll go to a producer in the summertime and say, give me a minute and a half. And they look at it like, why? I need that time. You don't need me to talk for 3 minutes about 95-degree heat.
Yeah, but you could have gone out in the garden and looked at some of those fish, and you could have seen the little birds that were coming in, and you could have read a helpful hint from a viewer and said, oh, I got a...
Jamie.
You know, there's nothing like being outside in 95-degree heat. Or when it's snowing like mad outside. Because
Lucky.
But you got a garden.
Had a garden?
Water garden.
Water garden.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It still is beautiful. Right?
Yeah. That's a good view.
And in fact, Spencer's much more attractive than I am, so it's even better looking now.
Oh, I don't know.
The weather, but why do so many people, I mean...
Why are we
nothing
talking
we can
about
do
it so
about
much?
it.
Right.
You know?
No, there's not. And how many times over the years you stand? You've had to have the same experiences. You stand in line behind somebody and they're talking about weather or insurance or whatever your expertise is, and you want to wring their necks. It's like, no, you don't understand, because they're wrong.
All right, when you're out like at Star Market or somewhere, any grocery store you might go in, do people still come up to you and ask you about the weather? What's the number one question people want to know about the weather?
Oh, well, here's my favorite thing: is people. My last day on television here, except for the TV station that counts, this one. Thank you, that was free. It was May the 10th. I get people walking up to me and say, yeah, I watch you all the time. And my response wants to be, apparently not.
I'm not on anymore.
But no, and by the way, I couldn't be happier right now. I have never done something in my life more. I love what I'm doing now. I've been wanting to do this 15 years. People say, how come you got fired? I didn't get fired. I resigned. We came to an agreement. Everything ended perfectly, peacefully. And I'm doing my passion. I mean, I love it.
That's kind of the same way I departed at 31.
Yeah.
Except mine was just a little on the different side here.
You thought you should own the station.
I didn't get fired either. My contract expired, and it simply was not renewed for the price I thought it was worth. So,
exactly.
If you've been fired, quit, or just left somewhere, you're welcome at our TV station. Most of you. There's some of you I wouldn't take. I don't care what you would be beating on the door for.
There's some we've told no.
Yeah, there's some.
No, there a group of guys work. I mean, you know, imagine doing. You're trying to do all the news the competitors are with half the people, and that was the challenge when I was there. Is you're competing with two 800-pound gorillas.
Channel 48 just announced they're going to a 4 p.m. newscast.
Oh yeah.
Because I've not seen the book from May, but I understand their ratings were through the roof.
Yeah, Oprah's tough. Going to be tough to replace for them.
Yes.
So they've got to put something there. And 48 is in a luxurious position of having enough ratings and enough of news viewers that they can put a newscast anywhere and people will follow it.
Yeah.
That's not a luxury with every TV station in America.
No,
but they can put a newscast anywhere and people will watch it.
See, here on our kids, I'm going to be doing the news in just a second here. We will not be expanding it. As a matter of fact, as the busier we get, we may be cutting portions of it to make more room for other things. So maybe the Brad Huffines special or something. I don't know.
Could be.
When it comes up like that. Well, Brad, thanks for coming up this morning. We'll talk with you later on this morning. We're getting ready to take it. Tom, when Matt got in this morning at 3:30, did he say anything about how the movie was?
Well, he spent the night with the other.
Oh, okay, so you haven't seen him.
I hadn't seen him.
You just realized you didn't have to go pick him up.
That's right.
You think he got home at 3 o'clock
We think he's home. We don't know.
Oh, you'd still be laying out. Oh, why they didn't come and do the show with us this morning?
Oh.
All right. Matthew, Dr. Patrick Ames will join us later on this morning. Dr. Coleman out of town on this Friday morning, so he will be here later. Heath Davis is supposed to be here, so let's see if he shows up just a little bit. He may be out roofing this morning or building a house.
Looking forward to him cooking,
Who knows? I'll be come back with ZNN in just a moment. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Y'all hang on.